We're going to move on now to Slovenia. Slovenia with LPS with Disko. Slovenia themselves have participated 26 times. Last year, they were out with Anna Soklic with the song Amen, which sadly finished 13th in the semi-final. Yes, it was a non-qualifier. In fact, Slovenia have rarely done that well, to be honest. They came 7th in 1995 and 2001, but really haven't done much since. Disko are a very much retro disco era vibe. They've been drawn in the first half of semi-final 1, and they're very much influenced by soul, pop, funk, blues, rock, and jazz. Now, we're talking about diversity at Eurovision. This is very diverse. Let's hear what my panel have to say. We're going to start with Elliot on this one. Elliot, this by the way, people, we're going to have ESC Fan TV awards at the end of March, the end of April, sorry. And there is a category about best retro vibe. I suspect we might be seeing this one. What are your thoughts on this, Elliot?
Yeah, don't remind me about the nomination, because Phil said when he put his in, he doesn't regret his choices. So I'm trying to think of all the kooky songs we've had this year, which are now just going to magically appear as nominations in God knows what category. Can't wait. Yeah, LPS, otherwise known as Last Pizza Slice. Love that name. I think that's a brilliant band's name. They are very good. Like, you got to remember, they came through the EMA Fresh round, so they started off in around the 24 and then have won a national final with, I think in total it's 40 songs. And they've come out and won and sang 5 times and won it all, which is immensely impressive. It is catchy, it's very retro, it stands out. His voice is very strong. They have a bit of a cool vibe. The problem is the negatives do outweigh the positives in a competitive sense of this song. He's a bit monotone, a bit bland on stage. Like, he looks a bit nervous and scared, and I just kind of like want him to loosen up and enjoy it a bit more. The ballad part is kind of a weird contrast. I'm not sure if I really like it and think it really works. And yeah, it's just, I think it's all just a bit awkward on stage at the minute, but there are some people who will really vibe with this, and if you like a retro sound, this is the song for you. So at the minute, I don't have it in the final, but I won't count it out completely. But yeah, like the fact they've got through a very intense national final is incredible. And no, Michelle, I do not need a hug. I need gin. But no, good song. I think it's narrowly going to miss out.
Yeah, me too. In fact, if anyone's listening, please send help. I need alcohol right now. Thank you, Elliot. Talking of which, I mean, there's a lot of love coming through for Slovenia, and that's great to see. They've only qualified 4 times in the last 10 years to the final. And when they have qualified, they've not done particularly well. But, and a huge but, they tend to qualify when they sing in Slovenian. So, the positive vibes are definitely in. Phil and Michelle, you like a bonkers act. This is definitely on the bonkers spectrum. We are seeing here something very different for Eurovision. I kind of feel like, and Elliot's right, huge amount of songs this year in all national selections. I feel like we've gone national selection crazy this year. 40 songs or so in Slovenia. This is very different. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I feel like, look at the little boys all going to the prom in the little suits and the little dicky bows, and they're all so cute. Oh, and then they sing lounge music, and you're all sort of going like this to it, and there's something about it, because they're only young, and you think, you know, oh, they're just so cute, and they're singing the song, and it's nice, and it's just cute. It's cutesy, and I don't normally like cutesy, but it's like, oh, I like cutesy.
Well, I think this is a really underrated song, to be honest. You know, I really like this. It's a good funky sounding, but you know, yeah, it's a bit retro, but it's a bit different. The only thing I think that might be a problem is it's not that different to Eat Your Salad, and I think
yes, it is. You're deluded.
Deluded.
Of course it is. You need to wash your ears out.
But anyway, I don't think it's going to stand out well enough.
I think if you get 40-odd-year-old women voting, going, oh, look at the cute little boys who remember their little boy all dressed in a little suit, but these can sing.
But I like it. I do like it. It's good bop.
It's cool. Yeah. It's cool, and we're not cool.
And I think they perform it well.
I like it.
Thank you, Phil and Michelle. Oban, can this kind of genre ever do well in Eurovision? Because until now it hasn't. But could this be the year that all things change?
I highly doubt. I don't want to predict anything, but I'm gonna say this. It almost feels inappropriate how much I like this song and the band. It's just like, I freaking love how mature they look, but they're also so young. But they're like, it looks like this, like, it's like, it's like your neighborhood kids. They come together, they put on a show for their families, and it's like they dress up, they try to act adult and tough and big, and and on top of this, they're cute, right? So it's like, is it appropriate if I hit on this guy or not? It was like, it's just like so. I freaking love it. I love the energy. I love the charisma. I love the calmness. So, and I think the calmness definitely will stand out when everybody's just like jumping and pyros and like dances and like sexy costumes and like leotards and everything. And these guys will come on the stage and be cool and still and calm and reassuring for the older public.
Thank you, Oban. Thank you very much. There's a lot of love for Slovenia. There really is. Martin, let's see if we can make it a fourth.
Let's see. Italy was my number one. After Azerbaijan tomorrow, this is going to either be my 38 or 39. I'm not sharing any love for this at all. To be honest, if the bloke on the keyboard shaved his beard off, they could have easily said they're all 14 and gone to Junior Eurovision in Armenia later on this year. They look that young. It's okay. He was very, as Elliot was saying, he was very nervous in the lead singer, so that might improve things. And it's an okay gig performance. I think Slovene this year, because it's such a personal message to them about what's happened in their past, I'm not sure if that's going to translate either. And also, because it's in semi-final one, I think there's so many more stronger songs than this. So it's not bad. It's not, I listen to it on playlists, but I'm not really listening to it. So for me, it's pleasant, but utterly forgettable. And that's why it's right down the bottom of my list. So sorry, guys, everyone else in the room and on the chat room, but yeah.
There you go. As Joe says, cruel Martin. No. It's a game of opinions, and Martin's entitled to his opinion, as we all are. Very mixed reception tonight, which is great for Slovenia. I was slightly concerned that this might be at the bottom of everyone's playlist. I think it'll do okay. I think it's an improvement for Slovenia. I think Slovenia really went to great lengths to try to improve their national selection this year. And when you do that, you want to see a response. And I'm really, really delighted for what Slovenia is sending. Tom, you love a bit of disco.
Work me on this, Steve, right? They are to American, I don't know, pop rock music. They're the Hanson of Slovenian lounge music. Come on, seriously. You look at them, it screams Hanson. I'm looking at them and I just can't get that image out of my head. If they had blonde hair, you'd swear you'd turn the clock back sort of like 20 years. This is a fantastic song. This has so much going for it. It's quirky, it's unique. And do you know what the best thing is? It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And everyone knows that a good Eurovision song has a bit of controversy in there as well. And I think that is so important. It's a great bop. And let's face it, there's going to be an awesome dance remix coming, surely, of this. And the guys at Seventh Heaven must be doing something, or someone must be, throwing some beats down, which would really, really make this go with a swing in Euroclub. This is a bit of Slovenian class. What's not to love?
You know what? If the Seventh Heaven boys can make a bop out of Sound of Silence in Australia, they could achieve anything. There is some absolute bops going on there, guys. If you're watching, keep up the great work. By the way, there are tons of new people commenting live tonight. Thank you for joining ESC Fan TV. if you're new to ESC Fan TV, this is all about fan opinions. We're all just Eurovision fans. So you need to comment too. We want to hear your opinions. So send them through on the chat room. We'll put them on screen. That's how the game works. Right, there you go. That is Slovenia. And do you know what I think we're going to do for the semi-finalists? We're going to ask our panel to give us a thumbs up if they think they're going to qualify, thumbs down if they think they won't, and on the fence, not really sure, and I'm not going to stick my neck out and really give an answer. There we go. So in 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay, so very mixed. Very, very mixed. 50-50 split on Slovenia. So that's promising.